good.
Smash the
We're going like a bat out of hell.
Aha! Tying it all together. All right, and let's Raging Nerds, whatever. We're gonna get a copyright strike. Hey, YouTube prison and Facebook jail. If you're watching on Facebook, we're sorry if we're probably about to get booted from it. But Renee, we love you and we hope you
stay
come
with
back.
us. We will be back.
They'll never take us alive.
It's absolutely meaningless and pointless, but awesome.
Yeah, it's giving you no context to what you're actually watching. That dance gets me every time. Just how serious everyone looks too while they're doing it. Vigilante is really good.
I forgot about Judo Master jumping in there at the end.
Yep. So that's Peacemaker. So Jared, no context.
Okay.
Do you now want to go watch this?
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
Peacemaker! Episodes 1 through fucking 4. Peacemaker is by far the most enjoyable thing 2022 has concocted as of yet. It has been a joy. It has been a treat. John Cena has drastically changed in my eyes. I love everything about this. How are you boys feeling about the Peacemaker now that we're halfway through the series?
Man, I'm loving this series. It is funny, enough action, enough drama to get you by, but I mean, it is just straight up, it's just a good show. Like, probably nothing, you want like kids to watch, because like, oh, it's a superhero show with John Cena. Yeah, John Cena, he was WWE's go-to guy, for the longest time, and all these kids are going to be like, John Cena, oh, I want to watch Peacemaker. What the hell? Mommy, what are we watching? Oh, that's John Cena screwing a butterfly.
Mama, what did he say he wanted to do that nice lady in the bar?
Some of his like one-liners are great too. It's like, is that all? It's like, no, your tits look awesome. That's not a
that's not a sexist remark.
It's like they really do.
That's not a sexist remark. I'm just making an observation. James Gunn. James Gunn is a gift to comic book properties.
He really is. Honestly, what surprised me is one of the characters, the breakout characters that I've really liked now is Vigilante.
Yeah.
It's just like, especially after the prison fight scene.
Yes.
That was like the point where I was just like, because before that it's just kind of like, oh, he's Vigilante, he's kind of annoying. He's one of those guys that just want to be like, dude, you're annoying, go away. But then like after that prison fight scene, it's just kind of like, all right, yeah, here we go. Vigilante all the way.
So I really love that Vigilante in this is different because the Flash Arrowverse technically has introduced a Vigilante and an Adrian Chase. But Adrian Chase in the Flash Arrowverse was this handsome, rugged, good-looking man. Our Vigilante is a nerdy weirdo that will murder people if they break the law.
Oh, yeah.
Al, go ahead, TJ.
I was gonna say, I like that it's like, before they legalize marijuana, I would have shot you in the face.
3 months earlier, I would have shot both of you in the face. Al, how are you feeling about some Peacemaker?
Oh, Fuck yes, I can get behind this 100%. I watched this with my wife too, and we watched I think when did this come out? The third episode of Boba Fett. Is this the same week?
It came out. So Peacemaker came out the day before my birthday, January 13th.
So we were 3 episodes in, I think, of Boba Fett.
Yeah, but Peacemaker also released what? Was it only one
3
episode?
episodes.
Yeah, 3 episodes. That's right.
So we watched the Book of Boba Fett first, and then we went to this, and this is by far so much better. And I don't say that about DC live action very often, but the fact that it has motherfucking James Gunn behind it makes it. He should do everything DC from here on out. I don't care what it is. He has got the Marvel, the DC, the superhero thing down to a pat, and will get it fun, make it funny, make you love it. So I mean, it's been great. It's since Boba Fett's been so boring, I've been able to watch this and just laugh my ass off because it's got so many great one-liners and it's got so much action to it, but it also brings that story into where we get to learn more about what was happening in Suicide Squad plus more of the DC universe.
I like that it keeps reminding us because the one thing that upset me from James Gunn's Suicide Squad was the fact that Rick Flag dies. Spoiler alert. And which, I mean, if you're watching Peacemaker, they've shown you like twice.
Yeah.
But when he dies, and it's just like, man, why do you have to kill him? But now, because that story keeps playing out into this Peacemaker series, and you see the impact Rick Flag's words had on Peacemaker, I feel a bit more justified. I feel like that is a justified thing to have included in the movie. They didn't want Joel Kinnaman back for any sequels. It's just like, well, we got to get rid of him so we can bring in some more no-name people. But I've been enjoying this. The butterfly story, we keep getting alluded to that there's more to it.
And every time they try to say something, it's like, oh, you don't understand the butterflies, and then he gets shot in the chest. It's like, damn it.
Yeah. Plus, at the end of episode 4, we see their leader of that gang is also a butterfly. So obviously, there's 2 factions of butterflies in this world right now.
You think Amanda Waller's a butterfly?
Ooh. Hey, by the way, I like how in the beginning of the series, episode 1, they included a deleted scene that shows how Waller took back control of her command room by having the lady that started the uprising get her ass tackled by officers and escorted up out of there. So maybe we'll see her come back into the story somehow. But I don't know. That's the thing about the butterflies is until you see them out of human mode, literally, I think anyone could be a butterfly, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, it would make sense. Like, if she's a butterfly and she, Mern or whatever his name is.
Yeah, Mern.
It's like, hey, this is Project, Operation Butterfly. You need to go and kill all the butterflies out there. And it's like, so is she a butterfly telling Mern, who's also a butterfly, to gather up a team and go assassinate a bunch of people? And then it's later going to be like revealed that because like every Suicide Squad thing, it's like she's always been behind it in some way.
Yeah.
Like even the first Suicide Squad that wasn't that good, it was like, oh, the whole mission was just to rescue her. And then the second Suicide Squad, everything that unfolded there, it's been a while since I've seen it. I've only seen it once, so I can't remember what it was about her in the movie. But
she was actually just a Waller character in the movie. She just commanded everything. But she wanted them to go to great lengths to ensure that the secrets of the U.S.'s involvement with Project Butthole was not exposed.
I will say the opening credits are amazing.
So we you were here Friday, Al, in the chat when we watched it, right?
I was in and out. I was at work, but yeah,
we watched it. Yeah, we watched it. That I could watch that so many times. And now, according to James Gunn, we should be watching it because he said there is intentional stuff hidden, meanings hidden in the choreographed routine. Also, I need to go back and watch this. Apparently, Judo Master appears before he appears. So
yeah,
apparently,
he was in the first episode.
No.
I mean, first open credits. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say in the opening credits, apparently Judo Master's peeking around behind walls and stuff like that, peeking in into the scenario before he actually comes in. His actual routine where he actually comes in off stage and Cena picks him up. Apparently, Judo Master's actor has said, "I'm actually peeking throughout the dance number. Just people haven't noticed me yet."
Okay, so I wonder if they're gonna address at any point why Judo Master looks a lot like TDK from Suicide Squad. Like as far as his outfit goes,
that's fair.
That's been bugging the shit out of me because it's like, is it part of like an assassin group that they're in or something to where they have to dress all in this green?
Oh my gosh! To have Nathan Fillion back would be awesome.
Well, you know, supposedly he didn't die, so
that's right. Or Weasel. But I don't know, man. James Gunn's awesome.
I like the character development of Peacemaker too, because like he's emotionally, just at wit's end essentially with killing of Rick Flag and everything like that Flag said to him. But then like when he's told to assassinate the butterflies, like he can't do it. It's Vigilante that has to take up the rifle and do it. And then, like, at the very end, it's like, okay. Well, like, even the guy that he shot in the face with the shotgun.
Yeah.
Like, you find out that he has that butterfly in a jar.
Yeah, he couldn't bring himself to kill the butterfly. He smokes pot with the butterfly and has a nice dance routine with it. I think it's awesome because you see, so we have had villains before that think they're the good guy. Yeah. But now we have a villain that very heartbreakingly thinks that he is doing good, but also is coming to the realization that, like, what if I am just an awful shit person? Like, what if all I am is the legacy of a racist, hateful monster? Like, what is my legacy? And we're going to find something awful about what happened to his brother in the past that's probably going to break our hearts even more for him because we saw the flashback, so we'll eventually get something that ties that all together. But you feel for him, but at the same time, we also remember, this guy also just randomly started killing killing people that weren't necessarily bad in the Suicide Squad movie and killed Rick Flag. So it is one of those things where, like, you feel for the guy because he has a lot of hardships, but also he is kind of an asshole. Like, that's not a delusion. That he's really there. But I like Vigilante, man. The prison scene, going back to what TJ said, the prison scene was so great with that shit-eating grin on his face while he's sitting there trying to provoke a fight from the white supremacist. That's beautiful.
Well, just the fact that, we go from the scene where he's in the basement or whatever that is, the underground layer of that senator's house.
The pocket dimension, yeah. Oh, yeah. Wait, no, the hive or cocoon or whatever they call it.
He's getting his toe cut off, and then we transition into that car scene, and then the father's house. That was a great transition and all that. Like, why does your dad have an upside down American flag on his yard?
His dad is a perfect depiction of a lot of people that I've experienced in life. So we've seen it now. We've seen the White Dragon costume. Do we feel like that's getting donned? Do we feel like someone's going to put on the White Dragon costume?
It's you almost have to at some point, even if it's like a flashback.
Yeah.
The T-1000. I can't remember.
Yeah, I forget his name, but his name in the show is Augie Smith or
So even if it's not like him in the costume, but like someone in the costume, you gotta show it.
Especially since Vigilante openly stated for us, which again, it's the Chekhov gun side of everything, said that the armor had weak points, like that you could disable a person because where the cloth is the vulnerable spots on it, which means that someone is going to use that, whether it's Vigilante or whether it's Peacemaker. Remembering, I hate to do this because I think I'm going to probably throw out a correct assumption, but we'll see. I think Augie might don the white dragon costume, but here's the twist. I think it might be Butterfly Augie. Peacemaker or any one of them should be able to disable an old man in the suit of armor, no matter how powerful or what abilities the armor has with it. Because we've seen that in his pocket dimension, there are some very powerful helmets, so some of that stuff has to be in the white dragon suit. Now, you put a essentially meta-human Augie Smith into the white dragon armor. Now you have a formidable foe because you have the enhanced strength and durability of the Butterfly and then whatever else that armor suit can do. And you probably also have someone that's crazy racist.
So I kind of hope at some point, because whenever John Cena goes in there and starts gathering up all the helmets, like, isn't there that helmet that gives you scabies?
Yes, because every man should have scabies once.
I hope that comes into play at some point.
I hope he gives it to Economos. Like,
Oh,
he puts it on,
gosh.
he gives it to old fake beard. And he gets scabies, and he's just like, why? No, but I love Peacemaker. It's beautiful. I'm excited to see where these next couple episodes to go. Eventually, we're gonna actually find out legitimate information about the butterflies. At
I
some
hope they
point.
hold it to like the next to last episode.
So we're gonna find something about them. We'll see how the Augie stories, because the Augie story is gonna come to a head at some point, because now he's wanting to talk to Detective Song, which is gonna put her on the path of interfering with this team, which is going to make it even more convoluted because at the end of episode 3, I think, is that where they're at the compound? Whichever it is where we see on the monitor all the butterflies across the globe, how many of them are actually around, and it's quite a few people. So, I mean, literally anyone that's been introduced, you could justifiably think, were they a butterfly? Are they a butterfly? And we still haven't even talked on like one of the smaller subplots, which might be pretty impactful, but Amanda Waller's daughter, who she is, and how she has a little bit of Amanda Waller in her, because Adebayo, she put Vigilante on a path to kill Peacemaker's father, and then so I think it is an act where she's like, oh my gosh, I did this and I feel so bad. I think that's an act. Or, screw it. Maybe she's a butterfly. They're all butterflies, except for Harcourt, because, eventually she's going to give in to the manly desires that Peacemaker keeps putting out there. Also, that's James Gunn's 6-year girlfriend.
I say you ship her with Vigilante.
Oh, she did have a very cute little moment there, but I was like, does she feel something for him, or does she feel sorry for him because she sees a broken little boy? Because that's kind of what Vigilante is also, is a broken little boy.
Yeah, that's true.
But, okay, well, Peacemaker, we're excited to see where it goes.